Good morning, everybody. It is that time of day. We've got to do animal care. They've knocked their bottle off. I'll have to clean it up. I don't have another wire. For some reason, the wire I was using has disappeared. So I had to rig something up for now. We're planning on buying another bottle. So we don't have to use the soda bottle thing. It works, but not preferred. So there's Papa Bunny. Hi, buddy. He's a don't touch me type until you pick him up, and I don't do that a whole lot just because of his mere size. But these guys are just doing absolutely wonderful. Let's see if we can get you focused here. Focus! Come on. There we go. Yep, they're doing fantastic. Mama is doing well. Our new hutch is doing fabulous. There's these two girls. We can see them both today. And we'll have to fill up one of their bottles. Quail, they are doing good. Doing good there. Now, we did a little rearranging last night because of our issue in the feed room. Let's see how these guys are doing. I see turkeys, and I see a chick and ducklings. And that's right, you don't see all the others. So we've got to check on them this morning as well and see how everybody's doing. Hopefully we don't have any bad news. I probably won't show it. If we do, I will check before we go in there. I will let you know, but I just want to check on everybody and see how everything is going. We moved them out here last night, and well, I'm not seeing any bad news, no bad reports. Let's see if we can get in here. I really don't want to let everybody out yet. Oh my goodness. Okay, yep, I'm not seeing anything bad to report, but there's some of them there. Looks like all of them. They're over there in the corner. And I'm sure they'll be learning the pecking order of everything. Let me turn around here. There's the one right back there that we put in a while back. Only one left out of the 5 we brought over. I wish I had an answer of what happened to those, and I really want to find out what is in our feed room that took that duckling. But yeah, look at these guys. They're all right here. They're all right here, and of course they will have to learn the pecking order. And I'm okay with that as long as they're not being injured or anything like that. They will learn the pecking order. That's just what has to happen. A couple of them are a little bit smaller than what I would have preferred to put in here, but give me just a second, get this thing closed back up here. They're a little bit smaller than what I wanted to put in here, but I was worried about putting them in with the younger, just couple day old chicks. So looks like the kids are getting ready to go to church. I'm getting ready to do feed, and I might have Alice help me, but I don't know. She wanted to stay home today, and that is okay. Toby, come on. Get up here. Toby. Oh. Come on, Toby. Toby, get up here. Come on now. All right. Oh, that dog, he doesn't listen to anybody, I'm telling you. There's just, he thinks he's the boss, and just got to deal with it. But yeah, we're getting ready to pee this morning, and I will probably let these guys out. I am thinking that most likely those younger chicks somehow got in with this monster, and that is probably what happened to them, because we have not had a predator problem in the entirety that we've lived here, except for that dog. That's why she is in the fence, and has an electric wire and all of that. We've actually had some of our bigger chickens get in there, and she hasn't messed with them at all. So, but she will devour a small chicken like that just in no time. And she does actually eat them, unless she is caught. But you won't find hide nor hair of them. I don't like it at all. But we were trying to keep from having to put her down, and I don't know. We can't find her a home. That may end up being her fate, because I can't keep losing my flock, and it takes a lot of work to hatch these eggs out and raise them up, waiting and waiting and waiting, and that's how we refresh our flock. We have a lot of older hens in there that we're letting live out their life, but we're decreasing on our egg production, and I need younger chicks to come in behind them so that we can keep our egg production the way it is. I did want to show you all some more exciting news. Those guys are doing good, except for the one that we lost in the feed room and have no idea what happened. But yeah, if we come in here, check this out. Oh, they're running. There's one. I really need to clean the top of this thing. And there's number 2. And there's more trying to hatch out. So we are going to have ducklings, and that is just absolutely awesome. I'm hoping for more hens than drakes, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll just see what happens. I don't get too crazy into the sexing the chicks and things. I'm more of a let them grow up and figure out what they are. Sometimes sexing them works, and sometimes it doesn't. So I don't hold my breath until I know for sure what it's going to be. 'Cause we've had some that we thought were male, and they were not male when they grew up. So he's enjoying some leafy greens this morning. We got the tree cleared up in here, and they are doing good there. if I don't get Charlotte fed here soon, she'll probably start yelling at me. But look at him, and he looks fantastic. Just fantastic. Now the way he's standing, you can kind of see his ribs, but that's also normal. That is normal. You don't want any more than that showing, really, or at least in my opinion. I would like it if they weren't showing, but that right there is okay. I kind of do a finger gauge from what I've seen with healthy horses. I don't like my fingers to sit in between the ribs at all. You're gonna have some that you can barely see that rib cage, and it also depends on how they stand, whether you see it or not. So that little bitty bit that's showing right there, that's perfectly normal, healthy, and he'll probably fill in more than that as time goes by. We are going into 7 months with him in our care, and he is looking so good from the day that he got here. He's a lot more healthy and not as wild either. And we showed you the meat birds yesterday, and let me get these blocks off of here and we will see how they're doing today. I'm going to bet that they need water today. I'm going to get their feed trays out while we're here. There we go. Okay, so see this? This isn't but maybe a quarter. Those three back there are about almost, that one right there is probably halfway into this chicken tractor. That all back there, it looks a lot smaller on camera than what it is in person. They don't even take up half this tractor. Okay. Alright, so you can see they're anticipating me filling. I normally come down here with a food tray or a food scoop. Now these have been sitting all night long. I don't pull them out when there's half trays of food left. If they're empty, I'll pull them out. But there's still feed left in there. Now it's not half a tray like usual, and of course they are messy. We will dump all that out. That's not an issue. I don't like wasting it, but that is not enough for me to fret over. And just like that, we're clean. Now, they still have quite a bit of grass left underneath them, and definitely behind them. And then voila, that one is clean as well. So we just moved them over here yesterday, and I'll probably scoot them back or something today. We're still just waiting on everything to dry out. We don't have the running water like we did yesterday, but it is still pretty wet and mushy, so we'll have to go in the garden and get you guys a garden update. Everything is just doing wonderful. Our cucumbers are producing. Our squash here, that is producing. You see that little squash right there? There's another one over there we can't see. But everything is producing right now. We have another one right up there. Okay, our cauliflower and broccoli is doing well. They are producing. I think I may have messed up on trimming the cauliflower as much as I did, but that's okay. We are learning about that crop and what we can and can't do with it. I didn't exactly have somebody show me how to trim this stuff off of them. I just went off of the basic instructions that we found, and we will figure it out. If we don't get a whole lot out of the cauliflower, it's not that big a deal. We can always try to grow more. And the broccoli, I haven't had to trim as much off of, and it's doing well. We've got some pretty good size heads started on those, and the lettuce, I'm not sure if it's ever going to come to a head or not. But I can tell you it tastes amazing. We had salad with dinner the other night. Man, it was amazing. Okra, we have 3 of them left. I need to get some more planted. Carrots, on the other hand, are doing freaking fantastic. I mean, look how tall that little carrot is right there. I mean, that's compared to the okra. And we have more right here. Or not okra, eggplant, I'm sorry. Eggplant is not doing so hot. We're going to have to figure out what's going on there. I'd like to end up just planting more of it and just seeing what happens. But the bell peppers, they aren't doing as well. I've tried to keep the bad leaves cut off of them. I'm not sure what's going on there. They don't seem like they're growing anymore. And they're not trying to produce right now. Banana peppers are trying to produce, it looks like. And they've grown a little bit since we planted them in here. Our salad cucumbers are doing well. The beans are coming up. They're better on that end than this end, so I'm wondering if that might be a fertilizer thing. That end has not got as much of the fertilizer as this end. But I don't know. These are our zucchini plants. Obviously, they're taking off. They're doing good. The corn is still growing good. Tomatoes, I don't know what's going on. I've trimmed leaves and stuff off of them, and they get to a certain height, and then they just kind of got this curly leaf thing going on. I'm not sure what the deal is there. We do have some of them that are getting blooms on them, and I'm going to just let them go from here, and I may get some more dirt raked up around the bottoms of them, but I wanted them to get good and established before I started getting into all that. So that way I kind of know what kind of dirt I'm working with, and then I've got some more that where we didn't plant that I can bring over as well. So garden is doing great. It's doing great. We have a few minor issues that we're watching and seeing what is going on, but other than that, it's going good. So we will be picking crops here soon. Stay tuned for that, because I can't wait. It'll be awesome to be able to go over and can some things with my mom, and we're gonna make pickles and who knows what all we'll get into. But I'm really looking forward to that. So I looked forward to it with Grandma, and now my mom is going to do it with me, and eventually it'll be me and my wife once we can get the stuff for canning. We just don't have the stuff for it right now, and we have a few jars if the kids would stop playing with them. But yeah, that's the reason why we're not going to be canning here. But my mom is going to let us can over there and help with that. So that will be really exciting. I'm hoping we can make some salsas, and we're definitely going to be making some pickles. And once the beans come up, we'll be canning those as well. I'm sure we will can tomatoes and such. Um, but my mom can't have lettuce, so a lot of that will be used on us and animals, of course. I really wanted to start getting into growing things that the chickens and pigs would eat. I'm really wanting to get into growing some melons. We've got watermelons coming, but I like to get pumpkin. Pumpkin's also a good natural dewormer, and I know that the pigs would enjoy the pumpkin for sure. The chickens and turkeys, they would pick at it. Now the horses didn't seem to care about it too much, but either way, I'm looking into gardening for animals. That way we have some other options to give them versus just giving them grain and grass. So that's what I'm really wanting to get into, and I definitely want to put food on our freezer, or on our shelves. Sorry. I want to put food in the freezer too, but we probably won't be freezing a whole lot of the vegetables. Just depending on how many we harvest. Grandma and Grandpa used to freeze enough you could freeze them, can them, and you give them away, and you still wouldn't know what to do with. So we're not going to be that big this year, but we're just now trying out that garden area for a garden and seeing what's going to grow, what's not going to grow, what can we do in there, things like that, just so that we can kind of plan better in the future. And we may end up having to start over, because if we end up finding a new place that's bigger, that I can do larger gardening, then, you know, we'll end up kind of starting over. But that's okay, because a bigger garden would definitely be worth doing that. And I'm starting to kind of get a little leery about doing the eggplant again, because this is not the first time we've tried eggplant. I just don't think we have the right soil for it, and we'll have to figure out what's going on in order to do that crop. But the other stuff I've grown, minus the broccoli, the cauliflower, and the lettuce, but we have grown tomatoes, we have grown squash, we have grown cucumbers, and I always try corn. It never really turns out, but I like to try it anyway. It doesn't hurt, and I think it's kind of cool to watch it grow. But we've done squash and beans and cucumbers and tomatoes and all that all of my life. So we've also done strawberries and other things that I don't have right now. Garlic is one of those. Asparagus is another. We don't have any of that right now. I think Grandpa had winter onions. They did beets when I was younger. They grew beets. Grandma didn't really like doing beets. That's why they ended up quitting on that. They tried radishes. Grandma just wasn't a fan of radishes, but they did try radishes. They just weren't a fan of them because of the heat, I guess. But I don't remember the other things. Grandma always tried different varieties, which I loved because she would find the ones that she loved, but she would try others just to see how well they did, see how they liked them, um, all the way from growing them to harvesting to actually eating them, how they cooked, how they were after they were cooked. That was a big variance for Grandma on whether or not she would buy them again. I noticed they really didn't like spending a whole lot of time having to shell things or break things open. So things like peas, they really didn't do. As snap peas, I guess. Snap beans, they really didn't like having to do all of that. But anyway, that's where I got my gardening from, and I'm doing all the things that I know how to do, and I've done them all my life. And then we are also trying other things that we would like to have so we don't have to go buy it at the store. And then we're also trying to get into the area of growing things that the animals can eat, because the pigs absolutely love it. When I go down there and trim the garden and take it over there, man, it's like giving them chocolate. And I don't know if pigs like chocolate, but I'm just saying it's like giving a child chocolate. We'll go that way. Let's use something that makes a little more sense. But yeah, they absolutely love it. And I see the horses have been rubbing on my woodshed project over there, and they've got it leaning now. And that is not cool, but we'll have to get that fixed for wood this winter. But that's something we can worry about later on down the road, as long as they don't knock it over and get injured. But I wanted to give you all an update, kind of let you hear a little bit on the gardening again, kind of where we're at, what we're doing, and what we might do. We haven't done a whole lot with it as far as fertilizing and all that. We didn't spend a whole lot of money bringing things in. I will probably go get some Miracle-Gro or something along those lines. I've seen some other products out there from YouTubers that I may try on my own garden and go from there, but I know we will have to start giving them something. All this rain is going to wash all the nutrients out, so they're going to start needing something additional to what they're already getting. So I find it interesting. We're seeing the difference between the side that's got most of the manure and the side that doesn't have a whole lot. That is very interesting. That the side that does not have all that manure seems to be doing better, and depending on the crop, than where the manure actually is. So that is definitely a learning curve, and that's something I enjoy showing you all. And I think I'm just kind of running out of things to do now. We've shown you the babies and shown you the garden, and well, I think we're just going to go with getting feed done, and we will see you next time, because I have shown feeding the animals more than once. I'm trying not to get into a repeat where I'm showing the same thing every day, every day, every day. And you just get burnout on that. So that's why I'm kind of doing these roundabouts. We're showing all the animals and showing how they're doing. We're showing the new guys, the babies, and showing the progress on the garden, because it's all the same, but it's also different. You can sit here and watch somebody feed their animals all day, every day, and you're not getting anything out of that. It's a little bit better to just see the animals, see how they're doing, and we'll update you guys on any changes that are made. we're working with the horses now, as I mentioned before, on no grain. So we'll see how that goes. But I need to know if they can maintain on their own or if I need to help them. So there's only one way to do that, and that's to take the grain away from them. So they have officially had their last little bit of grain, and they are going to be on the rest of that hay for the time being, and we will see what happens when that runs out as well. Because that hay needs to be used up. So they keep tearing into it over there. Not much I can do about it right now, and it just makes it hard to move. So I'm just going to let them sit there and keep tearing into it. And they can just eat what they want. They eat over there for a little while, then they'll come graze for a little while. So maybe between the combination of the two, they will maintain without grain. But I'm hoping we can eventually cut them out of the hay, where we only have to do hay through the winter time. That is a huge goal for me, and we are working to get there. So if they can maintain without having all that help and aid, that is exactly where I want to be, because that saves money, it saves time, and it's beautiful when they're able to survive without our help. And we want to keep it that way if we can do so. I want them to be able to graze like they naturally would, and maintain their bodies. Now we will always put out a mineral block and things like that, because I want to ensure that they're getting what they need. But as far as buying grain and hay and all that supplemental stuff, that stuff gets pretty pricey. So if we can do this without that, that's where I'd like to be. You know, Santana has been around for a while. We've grained her, just making sure that she is able to grow and everything the way that she needs to, and she's done it beautifully, and she is still growing. So it'll be awesome to see where she finishes out at once she's done growing. But we should have about another 2 years, maybe 3 years with her growing. I believe she's about 4 years old. So 3 years old, 4 years old, somewhere in that range. So we've got that 3 to 4 year, 2 to 3 year range, because they normally stop growing when they're about 6 years old. They normally don't get higher, but they will get longer, things like that. They'll get wider, but they normally height-wise is typically around a 6 year. Dakota obviously is where he's going to be. We're just trying to get him wider. But we have done a very awesome job doing that. He is healthy. Now if I can just get out of the rainy season, we can get him back in the round pen, and we can do some more work with him. We have got to get him to a vet here soon and have him checked over. Whether the vet comes here or we go there, either way, it's got to happen. We're working on that. It is a little bit more pricey for the vet to come here, but that is okay. We may have him check over Santana again while he's here, and whatever else we might be able to get out of him while he's here. That way we can kind of save some money on that trip. It's about $150 for him to come here. When we took the 2 girls to get them checked over to him, it was oh my, I think it would have been $70 per horse, but I think they cut us a deal, so we didn't pay $70 per horse. But it's kind of right there at whether or not it's cheaper to take them to him or for him to just come here, because it's almost the same. There's not much money saved there. So we'll probably just have him check whatever he's willing to check within a decent price range here. And we love hearing from the vet. And I was a little distracted by what the dogs were doing. So we will see. I don't know if I'll be able to record anything with the vet, but we are definitely working on getting the vet here. We have to get Dakota's paperwork done here very soon. So I was trying to work with him on getting in and out of the trailer. I was getting him comfortable in the trailer. He's just not comfortable with the door being shut yet. And I'm perfectly okay with that. But if need be, we will rent a trailer and take it down there. Bring him back, take the trailer back. Not a big deal. I can rent an enclosed trailer like we went to pick him up with, and that won't be an issue. But I'm kind of hoping some finances will straighten out here soon, and I may be able to actually go buy my own trailer that's enclosed, and then I don't have to really worry about it. I can haul anything I have here in it, so that would be nice. But we're just waiting. It'll happen in time. It'll happen in time. I do have plans on getting a much better trailer than what we have. Dakota is actually enjoying the barn right now. Santana is enjoying some hay. I just went to kind of check on Dakota for a minute. But yeah, we've got some future things planned. We have ideas we'd like to try. Not so much plans, but they're definitely ideas. And we have some future things coming up that I think you all will enjoy, and I know we're going to enjoy. So stick around for all that. I do appreciate all of you watching. I appreciate you being here, excuse me. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the family. If you liked our videos, please hit that thumbs up button at the minimum. If you want to keep up with what we do, I would suggest hitting that subscribe button, and make sure your notification bell is turned on to where you will get notified when we post videos, or I sometimes make a public post when I'm not able to make a video, so you'll get those as well. Feel free to share the channel with your friends and family, and we will see you next time. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I'm not sure when I'll get a video out, but you have a wonderful week nonetheless, and we will see you next time.